everyone, welcome back to Lovely Lavender Wishes. It's Renee and I hope you're having a very blessed day today. It's evening time and it's quiet, so I figured now would be the time to get this in before chaos happens. For those of you who've been following me, we're getting ready to move my son out. Woohoo! He just got back from deployment and he was home within a day, and I was like, okay, glad you're home, but ready for you to move out. And he found an apartment. Woohoo! It's sad, it's bittersweet, but you know, it's a sad moment, but it's also a happy moment. So yeah, so my house is like in a state of chaos right now with bags and stuff everywhere. And he's going through my kitchen and pulling out pots and pans and taking everything. I'm like, wait a minute, y'all. Those are mine. You can't take all that. But yeah, we're getting them all settled and situated. So anyways, y'all. Anywho, let's move on. We're going to be working in James. So today I'm actually just literally copying a page that I saw Dalian do in a live in my Facebook group. And so again, I'm going to use what I have. Some of the printables that were given to us. This one was from Graphics Fairy, and Dalian, it comes together and we just cut it apart. So it was the frame and the table, and then I stamped "Hear and Do" on here because we are going to be talking about James, and James is all about hearing the word and doing the word. So it is, yeah, you got to hear and do at the same time. You can't just hear it and then not do anything. And literally chapter 1, it talks about hearing and doing the word from verse 19 to, let's see, 27. But then down here it says faith without works is dead. In verse 17 it says, so also faith by itself, if it does not have works, is dead. So you have to have faith, but you also have to live it out. The whole book of James is about living out the word, living out what you know to be true, essentially. It's acting, you know, instead of talking the talk, you gotta talk the talk and walk the walk. And I know it's a hard thing. I mean, I struggle with it every day as well. So, you know, you do what you can do, and you make mistakes along the way and pray, you know, to God to forgive you, and hopefully to keep getting up and doing better as you go. So I'm hoping to be a doer of the word as well as a hearer. And so, I am taking this page that Dalian did. It said hear and do, like this. And I forgot exactly the order she did it in. So we're going to wing it, y'all. We are going to wing it. I just realized I forgot to grab my glass thingy here that we're going to put some texture paste on. So I'm thinking she did the texture paste first. I'm trying to think the order that would be best. I guess we'll just do texture paste first and dry it and then continue on. So that's the way we're gonna do it. So I'm using my Light and Fluffy modeling paste. Oh, actually, I don't think I need this because we're gonna just do the paste right on. So we have the stencil. It kind of looks like, I'm trying to see which way I want it to go. I guess we'll have it pointing down like this. Kind of like wallpaper. So I'm gonna take the paste. I love this stuff, y'all. It so looks like marshmallows. I know I say that every time, but it really does. Okay, I'm gonna try to stick this paste on, and you don't need a lot. You wanna put it on thinly. I'm trying to scrape all the extra off here off the top and get it in your stencil, and you just kind of smear it on like this. And this is going to act as pretend wallpaper in the background of our desk and mirror that I showed you, the printable. Let me see if I can, I'm trying to, and I always get it on my nails, y'all. Always. That's okay. I'm such a messy crafter. Okay, well, let's see if this worked. And it did, look at that, y'all. Okay, I need a paper towel. Let's wipe my hands off. Okay, I'm gonna put this here, and I'm gonna try really hard to line this up and not mess it up. I'm probably gonna mess this up. I'll do my best right there. I'm gonna grab a little bit more. Ugh, and try to like get it on this side and not get it on the other page. Okay, well, that worked pretty good. That worked pretty well. Okay, let me grab this. And I'm going to wipe a lot of this off if I can, because I do want to put some on this other page again, because I want to carry over. I don't think Dalian did this, but you know, I'm gonna do it. You don't always have to, you can take someone's idea and just kind of imitate it a little bit. You don't have to imitate the whole exact thing. I'm trying to decide. I want some of this, I think, to come down. I'm trying to decide, y'all. I think I'm gonna do it like that. So I'm gonna put a little here, and I'm gonna have this one come down here, this one come down here. And the beauty with the palette knife is you can kind of pick and choose where you want to put it, and you don't have to get it all over your whole stencil. You can just pick and choose areas. Okay, yeah, I just wanted to kind of like carry it over onto this page. And then I want to carry it over from the side too. And I'm trying to decide which, okay. I'm gonna do these four right here. I'm gonna do this one right here, that one right there. And you may cover up your words with the texture paste, so if you don't wanna do that, then don't do that. And we'll just go down here. We'll just get that one too. There we go. I mean, it covers up your words a little bit, but this is what I'm focusing on, hearing and doing the word right there. So I just wanted to kind of carry it over. Okay, now I have a mess here. Let me put that over there. I'm gonna put it way off camera so I don't make a mess. Yeah, this is getting a little hard right here. This stuff does dry pretty quickly, so you do wanna cover it. I've already dried out a couple things as we've gone. Okay, let me put that to the side as well. Okay, let's dry this. We really can't do much until it's dry. And this texture paste dries very quickly, hopefully. It usually does. I just need to bring it over here for my dryer. My heating tool, my heating tool to stretch over here. So that does look like wallpaper, doesn't it? Well, it will more when we get the ink on it. So I'm gonna turn my book like this. Some parts are thicker than others, so I wanna make sure I really get this dry. But I love James. It's such a practical book. And I'm like a kind of a practical, logical person. So, you know, sometimes I'm like, okay, that philosophy is great and all, but how does it work? You know, like a practicality. Like, give it to me how it'll work practically. So, and that's the cool thing about the Bible. I mean, the Bible is a very practical book. Very logical book, very practical book. Well, it looks like my husband's coming home. Say hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Hi, hon. We just started this page. We'll be done in a minute. Well, a few minutes. Okay, so it is almost dry. Almost dry. You start seeing it bubble. If you hold the heat on it too hard, the texture piece will start to bubble. You don't want it to bubble, but if it does, it's not that big of a deal. Okay, let me make sure we're on camera here. Hey babe, are you in the kitchen?
Yes.
Do you mind grabbing me some paper towel, please? Okay, I'm peeling this part off so it's out of the middle of the book right here. Out of the crease, just because it would probably cause some problems. Thanks, babe. Okay, let me put that to the side. Extra paper towel just in case. Okay. Okay, I did gesso my page, front and back, both pages, because I knew I'm going to be doing ink and texture paste. Okay, it's still just a tad. Let me do a little bit more drying. Sorry, y'all. I know it's an annoying sound. Normally I would just let this sit for a while and just let it dry, and I'd go do something for like 10-15 minutes and then come back. But since we are on camera and I do it all in live time, I can't just leave for 10 or 15 minutes. You guys would be staring at nothing. So we're gonna try to heat that up a little bit more. Okay, the next thing we're gonna do is go from light to dark. So I have Victorian Velvet, Tattered Rose, and what's this one? Seedless Preserves. Oh, that's an oxide. Well, we'll see. I was trying to grab all the inks, but I guess I only had that one in oxide. So I am going to, what's this one? Victorian Velvet. We're gonna start at the bottom. Oh, and of course it's gonna take a little bit to get the ink going. Oh, there we go. There's probably some water in my brush again. Or I didn't gesso that part of the page. Okay. I'm just gonna do kind of like light swirls. Try to blend it in a little bit. And I actually might go in with some tea dye at the bottom because I want it a little yellowish too. So I'm gonna do a little bit of this and then go in with probably some tea dye as well. Now, when you go over the texture paste, look at what that does to it. It darkens that up. It's so cool. Can y'all see that? Am I on camera good? So when you go over, oh, I love that. Go over the texture paste, you get that kind of look. I don't mind if there's darker spots, lighter spots. Again, it's just part of the antique-y feel. Okay, I'm gonna put this one to the side. Let me go in my, here's tea dye, and I'm gonna grab this, and I'm gonna kind of go in at the bottom here and get, yeah, there we go, and get like a little yellowish tint, brownish yellowish tint down here, and move that up as well, because this is kind of the desk and the mirror are kind of like old-fashioned-y, I guess. And this is what I saw Dalian do too. She did, hers was way better blending than mine, for sure. Better blending. Ooh, there's where I did not get some gesso there, but hey, it'll look more antique-y. It's okay. Doesn't have to be perfect. And actually, it's always been happy accidents when like I feel like I messed up and I'm like, oh, well, it actually kind of worked pretty well. I don't mind the different spots and such. kind of makes it look like you're in like this old house with like a background on the wall. Oop. There's more background for the wall. I must be hitting some spots or something. I wonder if I'm... That's okay. Most of it will be covered with the different colors anyways. Okay, let's do a little bit over here. Okay, and then we're gonna go in, so that was the tea dye. I'm gonna use the same brush because it's kind of the same color. I'll just rub it off on the paper towel. Now I'm gonna go in with Tattered Rose. Oh, I'm gonna have to get some more on my brush. Come on. Might do some oranges too. I don't know. Yeah, this one's not as juicy. Let's see. Oh, there it goes. Sometimes it takes a while. Sometimes it just takes a while to get it going on your brush. Ah, cute. I'm the worst at holding my paper down, y'all. When I'm trying to... Gosh. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, I want this to get a little darker right there. Have that show up a little bit more. Oh my goodness, y'all. Okay. Yeah, I might have to get a couple other colors and mix them with this, because there we go. Starting to come out a little bit more. The texture paste really grabs that color, which is pretty cool. I love how it does that. Wow, this part. Okay, we'll do a little bit more here. One more layer, and then we'll go into the seedless preserves. Goodness. And then I can always add more as we go. Okay. So Tattered Rose, and then I'm gonna grab this one and go into seedless preserves. Now this is a dark color, so let's see how, oh yeah. Look at that. Look at how that texture paste just grips the color. Love that. Oh, look at that. Love it. And I don't mind, again, some dark areas, some light areas. It kind of gives it that antique-y feel, or, you know, like old-fashioned feel. Ooh, whoa, that got really dark. You know what? We are going to spray some of that off. There we go. So if that ever happens, just take a wet cloth and just lighten it up a little bit. And I'm going to dry that because I'm going to go back in with some ink, and we don't want it to be crazy. Yeah, I don't know how, gosh, do I have like water on this? Dolly gets hers so smooth. But I do keep continuing to wash my brushes, and I probably have some extra water in these brushes. So I'm getting little spots, but that's okay. Okay, cool. Okay, I'm gonna do some more brown down here. Actually, I'm gonna grab, what is this one? Brushed corduroy, and get it a little more darker brown down here. So I'm gonna go from brown from the bottom up into like pinks and roses. And again, I don't mind the different shades and some dark, some light areas. Because I want it to look antique-y. I'm going to go back in with the Tattered Rose. And try to blend this a little bit. You get a good workout on your arm and your hands doing this whole time. Lots of workout. Burn some calories, y'all, doing this. You could probably use gelatos on this as well and just color. That probably would have been faster. Probably could have colored gelatos on this with some paper towel and just like swiped it on real quick instead of doing all of this, but then you wouldn't have the distress ink or oxide look. But I mean, the gelatos are the kind of the same type of look. So, okay, it's finally kind of all getting even, pretty much evening out. And then again, if I have different spots in darker areas, lighter areas, I actually think that's kind of cool because this is supposed to be like an antique type feel, like an old-fashioned feel to it. Okay, let me just do a little bit more down here. Okay, so you see that on camera? How are you seeing that? So it goes from light to dark, different spots. Okay, so we'll let that sit for a little bit and dry. In the meantime, I'm going to take this. So this was a black and white. Oh, look at how that black stands up on that. Ooh, so cool. Okay, so I have a gold gel pen, and I'm just gonna kind of color in the frame of this and the table. So we're gonna do golds and stuff. Now the thing with gel pens, remember, when you use gel pens, make sure you don't touch them because they stay wet for a little while. And if you touch them, they will smear. So anytime I use a gel pen in my Bible, I'll leave my page open overnight, or I'll use my heating tool. But even then, I just kind of like to let it dry naturally. And now I'm not coloring in the whole thing. I'm just kind of scribbling in. So you still have, you know, white areas, black areas. So you're just getting the hint of like, kind of like the light hitting the frame with the gold, you know, shimmering and shining. And Dalian did this as well. So I'm imitating her. Not my idea, you guys. Just imitating. Imitation is the best form of flattery. Now I'm going to take that and let that dry a little. So I'm going to put that to the side because, like I said, it's going to take a little bit to dry. And we don't want to smear it. So now I'm going to kind of go in here as well. In just certain areas. It's super easy. It really is just kind of scribbling some color on. Since you're not wanting to have to color every little piece, you just kind of scribbling it on. And when the light hits it, because it is glitter, like a glitter gel pen, you'll get some sparkle on your page. And y'all know me, gotta have some sparkle on the page. Well, I'm getting it with my gel pen. Okay, so even though it's an antique page, this is like an antique gold table. Oop, and you know what? I just told you all not to put your hand in it, and what did I just do? Put my hand in it. Okay, grab this. Okay, so we're gonna set that to the side as well and let that dry just a tad. While those are drying, I am going to make my tab. So this was a printable that we got in our, just some flowers. Let's see, a vase, a book, a little teacup. Again, if you don't have these printables, don't worry about it. You can just go online, find a vase that you like, or a teacup or a coffee cup that you like, and an image of a book, and cut them out. Sometimes it's fun trying to find your own images and not having to use, you know, pre-made images or whatever. Sometimes the hunt is fun. Okay, so I have this gold paper. It's just some gold scrapbook paper, and I'm going to reinforce. I like to reinforce my tabs and my pop-ups and things that, you know, things I need reinforced, I reinforce on some heavier cardstock. So this, I like to put glue on it like this and put the whole thing on it. And then take my cutter bee scissors and cut it out. That way I've got glue all the way to the edges, and I don't have to worry about trying to double cut, like cut the tab out and then, you know, then glue it on and then cut it again. So this is one easy way to do it. And then you also, like I said, have glue all the way to the edges. And then just cut it off like that. I pull this off, and now cut this little piece off, and now I have this whole sheet that I could use for something else. It's a good way to save your paper as well. I like to reinforce my tabs because they do wear on, you know, they do get worn and bent, and I mean, and this is just, I mean, you can still bend it. It's not that sturdy of a piece, but it's sturdier than just regular old copy paper. So that might go up there somewhere. I'm letting that dry. So we'll put that to the side. And where did my cover go? Okay, little by little, let's start. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm trying to pull all this here. I have a book or a box under here to hold this part up. Okay, so let's dry this really quickly, just to make sure before I start gluing things down. Oh, I do have this gold washi tape, so I'm going to put that along the edge here to kind of make a distinction between the wall and the wallpaper. I've got ink everywhere on me, as usual. Okay, I'm gonna hold this if I can. Dry. I'm gonna hold this without getting ink on it, hopefully. Dry. I've never really tried the drying gel pens with the heating tool. I wonder if they'll dry it or make it more runny. I think so. Usually I let the gel pen just sit for a while. Now you could glue everything down and then color it with the gel pen and then just let it sit. That probably might have been a better way to go. But we're gonna try that, and I'm gonna try this some more, just a tad more. Okay, meantime, let's do this. So I'm gonna take this. I'm standing up, y'all. I gotta find my scissors. There we go. I'm gonna cut this straight, cut that little piece off. Sometimes I craft standing up and sometimes I craft sitting down. It just depends on like the project. Okay, so this I'm going to stick in the, and have it come out here. Oop, there's that little piece. Did not come off me. Okay, and then I'm gonna cut this, and that's kind of like the border between. Now Dalian had borders even in her, I guess I could do this. Let me see what it looks like first. Let's see. In her, for her wallpaper, kind of like how you have like sections of wall. Yeah, that looks pretty. Do that. I just didn't know if it would go over the texture paste as well, and it actually, I mean, if I don't press too hard, it goes over it quite well. Okay, so let me cut this part off. And cut this part off. And then we'll use a little bit over here when we put, so I'm gonna put that there to remind me, otherwise I'll forget. When I put this thing up. Okay. Okay, so this I am seeing is not sticking. Oops, let's get one that's got some glue. This one is not sticking as well, because I mean washi tape doesn't stick as well. So I'm gonna put some glue on it, on this ink. These seem to be okay, but we'll see if it starts coming up. So there's like our wallpaper. And then we carried it over onto this page just a little, but you know, this whole thing's wallpaper, but we just did a little bit here. Okay, so now, let's see, now I think we can glue. I'm trying to see where we would want everything. Okay. Maybe that there. I'm just gonna set stuff around and we'll see how it looks. And maybe like that, like this. Got some of these little printables. We'll add some flowers. Look how old, doesn't that look really cool? Old-fashioned-y? I think it does. I think it looks cool. Okay, we might have to bring the table down a tad. Yeah, we'll make it like it's on the ground, actually. And then I have this one that I cut out. And that, and then one like that up there. How pretty is that already? Ooh, Dalian has such great ideas. Okay, so now we're gonna glue. So let's move this and this. I'm gonna glue this first, so I'm just gonna kind of go like this. And I want it kind of off kilter from, and I don't want to rub this too much because of the gel pens. Okay. This is a lot of fussy cutting these. If you don't have these, again, use stickers. So much easier, y'all. If you don't want to fussy cut all this stuff out, I just do it while I watch TV. You know, I'll print something out and then I'll fussy cut it out. And I'm like, I could do it while I'm watching TV. Let's do that. I want it to kind of touch the dew. But you can use stickers, die cuts. You don't have to have flowers. It could be anything. I'm just gonna add that. But I think God honors when we try, when we're trying to be a doer. I think he really honors it when we are putting forth our best effort and we're really trying to do what he says. We might not do it perfectly, but we're trying. And I think, of course he honors that. He appreciates that. Just like, with your kids, like if they are trying, they might not do it perfectly, but they're trying, and they're trying, and they're trying their best to do it. So, I know sometimes, some of that gel pen's coming off on my hands. I had some people say, well, why bother trying if you can't do it, fully, or you can't do it perfectly. God doesn't want perfect. He's looking at our hearts. He's looking at our motives behind it. We're never going to be perfect, not until we are. Why is that off the page, y'all? There we go. We're never going to be perfect until we are perfected and up in heaven with him. But he does. Let me make sure I'm in camera for y'all. He does honor when we try our best. So just try. If you be a hearer and a doer. Is that sitting on the table? Let's see. Love that there. Ooh, I was going to do the book behind it, I think. But we'll see if I have room. Let's do... There, that's sitting on the table like so. Right? Or does it need to be... like this more? There we go. That looks like it's sitting there a little bit better, I guess, on the table. Don't know. And with the coffee cup. And then we'll put the flower. Got glue everywhere again, y'all. Glue everywhere. Let's see. Just make sure it's all glued. This one needs more glue because it's on the texture paste right there. Oh, I love that. Hear and do. I actually might write a prayer right here because I have this space. I might write something, or I might write the scripture verse, the main scripture verse of James that we're studying, and that is 2:17. Faith by itself, if it does not have works, is dead. So I might do that. Okay, what else? What else? Okay, so let's do, oops, I've got this up here. Maybe we'll do something like that. And where did my tape go? The one I knew that I was gonna forget. I think I'm gonna do something like that. So let's glue this. I'm just gonna glue the bottom part. And then I'm gonna have to go find some stickers. I think I want to maybe put a title up here, on this, maybe some black stickers or something. I don't have any. I'm gonna have to go dig. Okay, before I glue that, I'm going to... Y'all, I'm so sorry. Am I out of camera again? I keep shifting this around. There we go. Let's go maybe something like this. This will help hold it down, secure the page, as well as be decorative. Actually, I might put some down here, just for fun, for some glamour, except I was going to do a stamp. I could do the stamp over this. Okay. So, oh, I forgot to tell y'all. Let me hang on a second. So the stamps I use, let me show you. Okay. The stamps I use for this one, oh, and then the pen that I got was from this one. This was called Color Technic. This I got from Sam's Club, I think, one year. Or maybe it was Amazon. Maybe you can get these from Amazon. Color Technic, it's a set of 50 glitter gel pens. And I think this was only like $15 or $19, something like that, if I can remember correctly. You get all of those, 50 gel pens. So there's that. And then the first stamp, these like old-fashioned type stamps, I'm trying to get the glare off. It's by Recollections, and I think I got these from Tuesday Morning, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was Tuesday Morning, but it's Recollections. And this one's called, does it have the name on there? Just says clear stamps. Oh, Once Upon a Letter. Once Upon a Letter. That's this one, okay? And then this one, because this one had the numbers right here, the numbers. This is Rusty Pickle Pirate Alphabet stamps. That's what they look like, and they look like this. So they give you the large letters, uppercase, and then the lowercase, and then the numbers. So I'm going to use these numbers because that one set didn't come with numbers, but this one did. So I'm going to use those as my my date stamp. I'm going to put some glue on this part because it's on that texture paste. Okay, so let me grab my black VersaFine here. And I got the 10 and 26 because I'm doing this October. October is 10, right? Yes, 10/26. I don't know when you're gonna see this video, but I am doing it on this day. So I'm gonna put this here. And I'm gonna get a piece of paper and try it. Yep, there we go. And I don't mind, well, I kind of mind if they're totally wonky. I don't want them absolutely wonky. Okay, so I'm gonna start this here. Of course not. Why would it work when I do it in my book? It's probably because I don't have the box fully under here, so let's try this again. There we go. 10/26 and then 2021. So let's, and when you only have 1, 2, it makes it a pain in the rear because then I got to keep readjusting. So I'm gonna have to do the 20 and then 21. So let's move this one, then I get all messy as I'm doing that. Okay. 20. I'll keep the 2 there, take the 0 out, put the 1 there. 2021. There we go. And I'll just put dots there with, let's see, a little Sharpie, or I'll just put a dash. 10/26, 2021. And there is our page, y'all. So I might find some, like I said, some little letters maybe to put a title up here, or I might just leave it. I like it kind of plain too. I don't know, I'll have to sit on that for a little bit, but maybe, I don't know, I'm sure if gold will stand up here, but I might just write the, a verse right here. Or I might just leave it plain. I don't know. It's gonna sit with me for a little bit, but for some reason I feel like it's not done, so I might write the verse there. But anyways, here's the page. Thank you, Dalian, for the idea. I love like the little textured wall paper. There's the top on this side. So be a hearer and a doer of the word. And then there's the table with the, can you all see the glitter? There you go. When it hits the light, you can see the gold glitter. So again, we got some shine, and then we got the shine of the washi tape as well. And then the washi tape at the top, and then at the bottom. And with the texture paste, kind of like this is going into the other room. Yeah, I'm looking at this now, and I'm gonna put a verse here. I'm gonna put the verse right there. I'll write that in a little bit later. Okay, well, there you guys go. Thank you all so much for joining me. Again, if you're in our class, you already saw this. I just showed you the way I did it. For those who aren't in our class, this is kind of a page that they did for a live in our class, so you can just craft along with us. So hope you all have a very blessed day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, y'all.